Hello, good morning everyone. Let us start with our unit 1, that is amalgamation of company. Under that, practical question number 1. The balance sheet of Harshad Limited and Praveen Limited as on 31st March 2017 are as under. It means two companies' balance sheet is given over here, liabilities of two company and assets of two company. Now we are going through adjustment first. Both the company be wound up and a new company Anand Limited be formed to acquire the net real assets and liabilities of both the company. It means both the company are merged together and they'll start another company, that is Anand Limited. Authorized capital of Anand Limited fixed 12 lakh divided into 12 lakh equity share of rupees 100. It means it is an authorized capital. Till now we are not considering this. Next, rupees 14,000 to be paid as a purchase consideration to Harshad Limited, in which 8860 equity share of rupees 100 each at rupees 150 and the balance amount in cash. It means Anand Limited will purchase the business of Harshad Limited. Anand Limited will purchase a business of Harshad Limited. On the same, they will pay 14 lakh as a purchase consideration. It means total amount of 14 lakh will be paid to Harshad Limited. Either it would be in form of equity share or in form of balance, or we can say that in form of cash. There is two options for payment to Harshad Limited, that is first equity share and balance in amount in cash. Now rupees 185 is to be paid to purchase consideration of Praveen Limited. It means Anand Limited have to pay 185 as a purchase consideration. It means the business of Praveen Limited will be purchased by Anand Limited in 1,85,000 rupees. Again same 1140 into 100 at 1 rupee 150 and the balance amount in cash. It means here total amount cash will not paid by Harshad Limited, but they will pay, total amount of business will not paid by Anand Limited in cash, but they are paying in half in cash and half in shares. Now Harshad Limited and Praveen Limited still retail. So it's a print mistake. It's not a retail, it's a retain. It means they have to kept cash with the bank. It means if there is a cash balance with Harshad and Praveen Limited, total cash and bank balance will be there. Total cash and bank balance of Harshad Limited 1 lakh and Praveen Limited 23,500. After the amalgamation, if both the balance is 1,23,500, but they have said that they will balance it be retained. It means that such type of balance in the combined balance sheet will be maintained. After that, Anand Limited issued remaining equity share of rupees 100 each and 150 to the public were fully subscribed. It means that of the authorized capital of Anand Limited is 12 lakh. Out of that, they have issued 1860 to the Harshad Limited and 1140 to the Praveen Limited. Remaining shares will be issued to the public. Now the liquidation expense of Harshad Limited and Praveen Limited amount rupees 5,000 and 3,000 respectively. It means they both the companies have to liquid their assets and liabilities. The expense of that particular firm is Harshad Limited 5,000 and 3,000. See, this is the question. Now we are starting through our step. The step one, under the step 1, we have to find out first the net assets. Under net assets, let's start with the formula of net assets. Net assets is equal to total assets minus liability. Here the external liabilities, mind you well, considered to be a external liabilities. Now we have to make a total of total assets. Total assets, it means first we have to find out the Harshad Limited H. Then we have to total these assets. Harshad Limited, we are not considering goodwill because here goodwill is not given. The total of all these three, all this column is 14,90,000, but bank balance will not be considered because here it is given Harshad Limited and Praveen Limited will retain the cash with bank. It means they are not surrendering the bank balance. It means except the bank balance, the total is 13,19,000 because the market value of any assets is not given. If market value of any assets is given, for example, furniture 50,000, if the market value of furniture is 40,000 is given in the adjustment, then we have to take over here 30,000, right? Now the total of all this, here market value is not given, so we are directly making the total. If market value of each and every asset is given, then we have to take that particular value. Here market value is not given in any of the adjustment, so we are making directly the total is 13,90,000. we have to put 13,90,000 as a total assets minus liabilities. Which liabilities? External liabilities. See, bills payable and creditor is to be considered as a current liabilities and it is considered as an external liability. If debenture will be there, if bank loan will be there, then we have to consider workman compensation fund. It is not considered as a liabilities because it is a compensation fund, so it's considered to be as a reserves. P&L account, it is also considered as a profit or previous years. General reserve, it is considered as a reserves. 2 lakh equity share and 10,000 equity share, it is considered as a capital. So only two liabilities will be there, that is the total of that particular two is 75,000. we are putting over here 75,000. so the net assets for Harshad Limited is 13,15,000. now going through the assets of Praveen Limited, again here goodwill, that is I already told you that goodwill of the merge firm, or we can say that the firm which is sold out, will not be considered if the market value of goodwill is given, or can say that if consideration value is given in the example, then it is find out. Otherwise goodwill is not considered because the company will dissolve. At the time of dissolution, the value of goodwill is nil. So from land and building to bills receivable, the total of this particular assets of Praveen Limited must be 1,83,000. What is 1,83,000? Then liabilities of Praveen Limited would be creditors only because bills payable is not given over here, so we have to deduct liabilities 15,500 from total assets. So the net assets for Praveen Limited is 1,67,500. Clear? Now goodwill of that particular two company, second we have to find out the goodwill of that particular company. So on the basis of this we are going through the next. Now goodwill is equal to purchase consideration, PC, purchase consideration minus net assets. Purchase consideration, which is already given in the question, 14 lakh would be the purchase consideration of Harshad Limited. First we have to find out the goodwill of Harshad Limited, because 14 lakh minus net assets of Harshad Limited, net assets of Harshad Limited 13,15,000. so the goodwill of Harshad Limited in new company, it means in Anand Limited, will show 85,000. The goodwill of Harshad Limited. Same way the goodwill of Praveen Limited would be purchase consideration will be given in the question, that is 1,85,000. if purchase consideration is not given, then we have to find it out. 1,85,000 minus 1,67,500, it will be considered as a net assets for Praveen Limited. Purchase consideration minus net assets is equal to goodwill of Praveen Limited, that is 17,500. 17,500 would be considered as a goodwill of Praveen Limited in Anand Limited, that is merged company, after the merged company. Now we are finding out the realization profit, because it is we have to ask prepare in the books of Harshad Limited realization account, shareholder account, bank account. See, bank account is not possible in Harshad Limited, it would be after amalgamation. In the books of Anand Limited, amalgamation under purchased method. So I have already told you in our first lecture, there is two method over here. First one is purchase method, that is net assets method, and second one is pooling of interest method. Here it is considered as a purchase method. So we are finding out it. Pass necessary journal entries and initial balance sheet as per the company sheet. Initial balance sheet. Now we are preparing realization in the books of Harshad Limited. You have asked only Harshad Limited. You have to prepare Harshad Limited realization account. So realization account in the books of Harshad Limited only. See, it is only one of the most important question. You have asked number of accounts over here, realization account, shareholders account, journal entries, and initial balance sheet. In the examination, that many number of question will not be asked because it is quite lengthy question over here. First we are preparing realization account. See what you have to done in your realization account. First you are preparing realization accounts in the books of Harshad Limited. So first you have to take assets of all the Harshad Limited except goodwill and preliminary expense. Land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, vehicles, patents, stock, debtors, bills receivable. Because bank balance in this question only not taken because it is retained with the bank. So all these assets except goodwill and preliminary expense you have to debit it in the realization account. Debit side of realization account, putting down the value of that amount. If any market value is given, then we have to put over here market value. Same way, land and building to bills receivable. Such same way, we have to put liabilities of Harshad Limited in our realization account, liabilities of creditors and bills payable. So we have to put creditors and bills payable as a liabilities. Now, is there any other expense will be there in the question or not? Yes. Liabilities expense, that is in the adjustment, liquidation expense of Harshad Limited is 5,000. So in the realization account 5,000 will be realized as a dissolution expense. So we have to put realization account, right? Now Harshad Limited will get 14 lakh as a purchase consideration. So in the realization account the value of purchase consideration will realize 14 lakh. We have to put over here. Now making a total of credit side, you have to make a total of credit side, that is 14 lakh 75,000. Mind you well, first you have to put assets of debit side and liabilities or credit side, then purchase consideration credit side, and if there any liquidation expense is there, then we have to put your debit side. Then making a total of credit side, we are getting profit of realization account is 80,000. This 80,000 would be divided in among the shareholder of Harshad Limited. Mind you well, divided among the shareholder of Harshad Limited only, because we are preparing the realization account in the books of Harshad Limited. See, you will get realization account or not? Yes. Now making a general entries in the books of Harshad Limited only. So same what we have done in our realization account data to land and building, plant and machinery, each and every item we have to credit it with same amount. Realization account data to each and every assets. Reverse, liabilities we have credited, that is we have to debit realization account credited and liabilities debited. Then now it is important, whatever may be remaining over here, that is equity share capital, general reserve, P&L account and workman compensation payment, remaining all amount will be taken as a realization account here also. So capital, reserves, surplus and fund will be debited. Realization, all these account will be debited to equity shareholder, because this is the capital. After amalgamation, such company will not be comes into existence, so the shareholder of that particular company will get all these assets and all these reserves and surplus. So all this amount will be debited to equity shareholders account, because all these reserves and surplus will be in the hands of equity shareholders. Now Anand Company's account debtor to realization account is the entries of purchase consideration of Harshad Limited. Then shares account debtor, because here it is the shares of Anand Limited. How much Anand Limited share, which is already given in the question, 8860 at rupees 150. Mind you well, it is at rupees 150. So because the shares of which share capital account debtor 8860 multiplied by 100, because 50 rupees is considered to be as a premium. Total purchase consideration is 14 lakh rupees to Anand Company Limited, 14 lakh, share capital 8 lakh 86,000, share premium 4 lakh 43,000, and remaining amount will be paid in form of cash only. So the remaining amount is 71,000 in form of cash. Now the next one, profit of realization will be divided among the shareholders. So realization account debtor to equity shareholders. Clear? This is the entry. Now you have to prepare shareholders account. Same shareholders account will be prepared on the basis of this general entry only. You have to posting these general entries, and you are getting cash as a 1,66,000. Same way bank account. See, bank account after amalgamation. See, I already told you that bank account in the Harshad Limited is not possible, because it is prepared after the account, because the bank balance is to be retained. Question is given on the here. It is print mistake. The bank account is over here. That is bank account on after in the books of Anand Limited. So the opening balance, that is 1,23,500. Total of all these two balance, I already told you that it is considered to be as a opening balance. Now we are issuing equity share new. How come this 2,000 shares? So let's see, the Anand Limited total equity share is 12,000 equity share. Out of that 8860 we have to deduct, and 1140 we have to deduct. That is 10,000. The total of 8860 and 1140 would be a 10,000. It means total authorized capital of Anand Limited is 12,000. Out of that, 10,000 would be issued to Harshad and Praveen Limited, and remaining 2,000 to the public. So we are getting in the bank rupees as a 2,000 multiplied by 7.50. Clear? Sorry, 150, because we are issuing such share to the public. We are fully subscribed in the rupees 150. So 3 lakh. Now purchase consideration, what we have paid to Harshad Limited, 1,66,000. Purchase limited to P, that is Praveen Limited, 34,500, and liquidation expense we have already paid from the bank, that is 5,000 and 3,000. It means total 8,000. So the closing balance would be 2,15,000 would be considered as a closing balance. You have to make a total of 4,23,500. You have to put 4,23,500 over here. Now it is considered to be as a right. Now it is also a shareholders account. Here clearly it is not clear over here, so I have prepared again shareholders account over here. Right. Now general entries in the books of Anand Limited. I have already give you the pro forma of Anand Limited. Same way as you are preparing in the books of Harshad Limited, we have to prepare business purchase account after amalgamation. That is total 14 lakh to the Harshad Limited and 1,85,000 to the Praveen Limited. Now goodwill account debtor, land and building, plant and machine, all these assets to business purchase, to Harshad Limited, to bills payable, etc. Right. Now Harshad Limited account debtor 4,95,000 to equity share capital new 8,86,000 to security premium and to cash, which the cash amount which we have to pay 1,66,000. Now the liquidation expense entry, goodwill account debtor to cash, that is 5,000, which is adjusted against goodwill. Liquidation expense will be adjusted against goodwill. Now the remaining share issues, bank account debtor 2,000, which I already told you that we have shown in our bank account 2,000 share, which is remaining in 150 to equity share to share premium. For Praveen Limited, same entry, all the assets, here it is a goodwill 17,500 to business purchase and to creditors. Now Praveen Limited account debtor 2 equity share, 2 share premium, and remaining amount 14,000 will be paid in form of cash. Again, liquidation expense of Praveen Limited 3,000 to cash. It is the general entries in the books of Praveen Limited. Now vertical balance sheet. Here it is vertical balance sheet after amalgamation, that is issued share 12,000 multiplied by 100, it means 12 lakh. Reserve surplus 12 lakh multiplied by 50, that is share premium 6 lakh. Here current liabilities after amalgamation, you have to make a total. Current liabilities 65 plus 15,500, 80,500. Again bills payable 10,000, we have to put 10,000. After amalgamation, equity share capital would becomes equity share capital and reserve becomes OREL. It is considered as a Anand Limited's equity share capital because now it's become a Anand Limited. So Anand Limited 12,000 shares of rupees 150, 100 and reserves. Then creditors and bills payable becomes total. Same way assets. Here goodwill 85,000 and 70,500, which we have already find it out. Then land and building, we have to make a total. All this total over here. Then you have to make a total. Here is your first question will be over. I will already share with you the photocopy of that particular answer. Thank you everyone.